following is a Learfield presentation of the Washington State Sports Network.
He buries it. The Cougs have taken the lead. This place is going to pop off.
This is the Cougar Basketball Hour.
I think there's just an expectation level in the program.
Feel good about our talent. Really like our guys.
That's left slices right. Hammer time. Right down the center of the pipe.
Have a pride in being a Cougar.
Right side Mullins wants the three. Connects. Jay Mullins. Ball ahead to Jones. Catches. Rises. Hammer time. Right-handed flush and a flex.
This is the Cougar Basketball Hour on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. Tonight's show is brought to you by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank. Member FDIC. Tonight's show is also brought to you by Zeppos, where the Palouse comes to play and eat. Here's the voice of the Cougs, Matt Chazanow.
We're here live at Zeppos talking ball with Coach Smith as Washington State has won 9 of 11. Coach, congratulations. You're on a 5-game win streak. Your wife, Katie, just walked in. The star of the show has just walked in here to Zeppos. We're rocking and rolling. Coach, you're off of a road sweep of the Pacific Northwest rivals, back-to-back-to-back. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Phenomenal. 64-58 in Corvallis, 62-56 at Oregon. The second ever win in that building.
Wow.
You have the other one a few years back, and now you have the second. I believe it to be a 2-11 or 2-12 mark.
It's not an easy place to win, nor is it easy to figure out what's inbounds and out of bounds in that court.
They had to infamously, and our broadcast analyst Craig Elo,
yes,
was on the broadcast, the telecast at the time that changed the color of their mid-court line.
Did he?
True story. It was a CBI game.
Yeah.
And a player went over and back, and the coach, I believe it to be, don't quote me, I'm pretty sure it was Dana Altman for Creighton. It might have been. And went over and back, couldn't see it. And
not surprised.
The official looked down and said, "Are you?" You know, and then Oregon had to change the color of half court. My 3-year-old looked at the court and asked why it was dirty.
Yeah, that's
he said, "Why is the court so
smart kid?"
Yeah, he's like, "Why is it?" But a really hard place to win, and a beautiful building, and they've done a great job. It's a gorgeous building,
sure.
And you won 62-56, 64-58. Miles Rice, his 6th Freshman of the Week award in the pack.
Pretty impressive. He just keeps getting better and better, and I've said it multiple times. I said the better he gets, he gives us the best chance to be the best team we can be. And just keep going, Miles.
He's the only Power League freshman in the country to lead his team in scoring, assists, and steals.
That's impressive.
I mean, he's having a National Freshman of the Year level type season.
That's true. Is there such an award?
I believe so.
Okay, good.
I believe so. If there isn't, we'll make one. But
I just say I have to think hard who else is be involved. But there's some good freshmen in this league. But he seems
Reed
to be
Shepard at Kentucky.
Oh, he's very good.
He's had a nice year.
Dillingham, his teammate's good, but I think Shepard.
Both of them. I think Shepard's the guy for that.
Yeah,
for them.
He's a little ahead of him. But he's really good too.
But that's the
you're right.
That's the rare air. There are a few others here and there. I mean, honestly, Miles has beaten others. Shellstad. Just beat him. Cody Williams beat him at Colorado. There aren't a lot of freshmen doing what.
No, this level, it's hard to even get on the floor and be significant than to be able to contribute like the names you mentioned. That's just usually a good sign they're going to be good players.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Corvallis.
Okay.
A bit of a grinder to start.
Yeah.
Almost the exact same score as the first game.
Yep.
Almost played the same game back.
Yep.
Did it on the road this time. Couple of late threes from Andre were crucial in that ball game. And then you had this just unbelievable start. Historically good start by Jalen Wells.
Yeah, no, honestly, you're not going to play perfect all the time. I thought little sluggish start as far as just uncharacteristic of this run of playing well. We had like 8 turnovers the first half.
Right.
I thought Miles took a couple shots that were a little questionable, and then he wasn't guarding as well as he's been. And like I said, a lot of it is on him. And when he wasn't playing as well, and I said we need a maestro. We don't need we need a guy to run our team. And he was awesome second half. Did a great job on Pope defensively. But that first half, Jalen kept us in the game. It was just like, wow. He was just, what do you have, 18 in the first half?
Yeah, and 6 for 6 from 3. I think it was 6
threes. It might be 6 threes.
Yeah.
It was just, he was pretty much, and yeah, he was just amazing. And then the second half, like I said, Andre, it was a tight game. I thought we played better second half, and then late in the game, Andre really put it away with some big shots.
You want Miles Rice to do all these things. He is doing them.
Yeah.
How hard is that conversation at halftime if things haven't gone exactly as you wish? Or is it not a conversation and it's just,
no,
it takes time?
You know what? He's human, believe it or not.
Really?
But he's been so amazing. But he didn't want to hear it first half at Oregon State, and I was just kind of gave me the little eye roll a little bit, and I just like, hey, you got to do it. You got to own it, and he did. He buttoned down the D and did a good job, and that's why he's good. I've said that he's had about 7-8 games where he's kind of course corrected, which some guys might get off to a bad start and they just can't quite get out of their own way, and that's not unusual. He's been able to correct his, he's going the wrong way. He'll rally. So that's a great quality to have.
Yeah, and boy did he. And Greg Elo, second half and post game, loved he called it his floor game.
Yeah.
In the second half, stuff that there really aren't stats for.
Yeah.
As a facilitator. He thought he was excellent.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'd say we need a maestro. We need a guy that's willing to give up some of himself, some of his scoring, some of the stuff we get a lot of attention for, to make sure that our team's in good hands. Make sure we're getting the right shot, the right possession. Even in some of those games on the road, like if you see me jump up and down sometimes when we get a shot clock violation, it's usually joy. And it's like, all right, we'll be all right. Because, on the road, you don't want to be running into, especially a place like Oregon, like if you run into a quick shot, that is to their advantage, you miss.
Right.
And, like if we're trying to be too patient, that's a good sign. You know what I mean? That's better than being too much of a hurry or too quick on that sense. So, and Miles by nature is a very fast, electric player, wants to get up and down, which is great. And he's just got to learn to pick his spots more, just because how our team, we're big, we're not super quick, but we're skilled. And we got to sometimes, when a team like Oregon, who doesn't, it's hard to keep them in a half court. If you got them in a half court game, let's try to. They're not comfortable. Let's try to keep it there, and did a good job.
Yeah, let's talk about that Duck game. It was 62-56. Game was 89-85, I believe, 89-84 in Pullman. So you brought it down from the 80s to the 60s to the 50s.
Yeah.
56.
I didn't know what to expect. I know that the first game definitely wasn't in our advantage. We were able to score, obviously, but we had a really hard time stopping them. They made a lot of shots. They banked in a three. But we usually don't even give that many attempts, and they had 14 makes.
Right.
So, that just we had to, make it a little more half court. And they did a little bit. Their personnel is different. I mean, Dante's a heck of a player, but they're not going to be as elusive on the. There's more variance, if that makes sense. When they play small, it's hard to chase them around. They're going to get more threes, but they're probably not going to get offensive boards. They're not going to get to the foul line as much. They're not going to be as good at low post. They're not as balanced. But what you saw in Pullman was they spread it out, and they were able to bang it. And it's like, we're done.
There, yeah.
If they make them, we're done.
Right.
But and that's how we've actually played the first 4 years in a lot of sense. Like, hey, we lead the league in threes. I'm like, that's a good and bad thing. I like it, but it's more of a personnel driven. It's like you'd like to get the foul line more. Like this year, you can control the game by putting it in the post, playing out of the post. And that's given us a little more consistency and I think harder. And then you're on the glass. So we just have more areas that we're better at when you're playing bigger.
Yeah, so you're pumping it in there to Isaac Jones. And he got to the free throw line a bunch in Eugene.
Yep.
And, in fact, what's the final number on that? Isaac Jones free throws against the Ducks. He was Miles was 8 of 11. Isaac just 3 for 4. So I think maybe two trips kind of came back to back. I think
it might have been, but he made some big low post scores late in that game, and Oscar was awesome too. So we put Isaac down low a little bit, and Oscar playing in the high post, and that was good for us. And they did a really good job.
You pump it inside, and then you've got 3-point threats, especially with Jalen now, as well as he's shooting. And then the kicker, the cherry on top, where I feel like it makes teams look like they want to quit, is when Oscar and Ruben hit like a 17.
Oh,
it's too much.
That's like, jeez.
You're like, forget it. Yeah,
you're dealing with Isaac. You got to front him, or else he's going to get a good catch. He's too good a scorer, so they're fronting him. They're going to hang their center in there, and then we're getting to high-low, and it's either Oscar or Ruben flashing up there. And if Oscar comes out, we say both of them. It's like, hey, just shoot it. We'll get on the glass. Isaac's got a good, and they've been able to make those, and it's tough because we got a lot of spread. They're going to chase your shooting around. All three of those perimeter guys are tough covers, the starting group, and it's been good for us.
The body language for the opposition's great when those buckets go in. Now I look for it. If like a 17-footer goes in from Clough,
that's beat the scout. They look at the coach. They look at the coach. You told us not to guard him.
He's like, I know.
We call it beating the scout. We beat the scout with that.
It's great. We're live here at Zeppo's. We've got ourselves, if you're watching on the live stream or if you're watching on SWX tomorrow or on the replay, look, Coach, I didn't expect you to buy me flowers. It's a little weird.
I know.
It's a little odd.
But you've been so good this year.
Yeah, that's really nice.
You've been so good, so kind to me.
Nice. And
you know what? Your self-care has really improved. This nice little grizzle, this really the hair.
You.
I mean,
Very
did
nice.
you go to the barber shop to get that cleaned up?
Yeah. So,
what kind of skin treatment you're doing? You're looking good.
No, listen, in all seriousness, you bought them for Katie. It was really nice. Flowers on the table for your wife. It's great. It's ladies' night in Beasley Coliseum. It's Valentine's Day tomorrow.
Well aware. You should see what my wife's getting tomorrow.
Okay, all right.
It's big time.
I would imagine that's a surprise we don't want to blow, but we can talk. You can break the news
special.
if you want.
No. Just want to keep her anticipating. She's looking forward to
That's called a hook in the biz.
Yes,
That's what that is right there. Flowers on the table because of the ladies' night promotion in Beasley Coliseum.
That's right.
In all seriousness.
Yeah.
When Cal comes into town, you bring the ladies to Beasley
Bring the
Coliseum.
ladies to Beasley. We had sororities at practice. They cheering us on.
The sororities came to practice?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That might have been a little distracting.
We got to bring it all, man.
You are really making the guys work to focus.
Yes.
You're here late in the year. You're bringing
we got to this time of year. You got to be able to really stay on task and do that.
That's great. Laser focus.
Yeah, we were good.
Fantastic.
We handled it.
Good. That's good. We have a ton of questions.
All right, let's go.
On social media. We really need to get to them early.
Let's go.
Let's do it. At U.S. Bank, we know when you invest in a community, the community invests in you. We're committed to providing high-quality, innovative products and services that meet the needs and demands of our customers. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. We are live here at Zeppo's. The Cougs have won 9 of 11. They're 18-6 and 9-4 in the pack. We'll take a break talking more ball here live with Coach Smith at Zeppo's.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics. The airport connects Cougar fans and alums with over 50 daily departures to 18 nonstop destinations provided by 6 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
The tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On Pac-12 Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/Pac-12 Sports.
This is the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Fubo is the official streaming platform of Washington State Athletics. With Fubo, you can watch every Pac-12 game, plus more college and pro sports, shows, movies, and news on over 350 live TV channels. Stream it live on your TV, phone, and other devices. No cable required. The best part? You can try Fubo free. There's no contract or commitment. To start watching, just go to FuboTV.com. That's FUBOTV.com.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show.
Drives in and hammers a baseline rocket.
Live from Zeppo's with Cougar head coach Kyle Smith, here's the voice of the Cougs, Matt Chazanow.
Back here live at Zeppo's talking ball with Coach Smith. We get set for the Cougs to take on the Bay Area schools. Ladies' night in Pullman. We need to confirm what that really means. Ladies' night in Pullman, Beasley Coliseum. means there will be 500 plastic wine glasses given away.
That's great.
Perfect. And local Pullman restaurants gift card raffle giveaways throughout the game. Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful.
I see the ladies over here really excited about
they'll
those
be there.
gifts.
Honestly, I bet they will be there.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Believe me, when we had the fanny pack giveaway, I had a text from my wife. Make sure you get me a fanny pack.
I love it. I didn't even know that. I missed out on that one.
There was a fanny pack night, right?
That's great.
I did forget it. I did lose
We'll see if we can track one down.
But I figured... Yeah.
Maybe that or Valentine's Day. Just so you know, fanny pack, just saying. It's on the table. All right, let's do questions here from the social media verse. I love this question from Marcus Paul Burns. Always warms my heart. As you ascend toward elite status amongst WSU coaching greats, fact, do you occasionally wish for questions about aliens, offering dating advice, and Sasquatch like folks asked of Coach Leach?
100%. I'm not up to speed on the aliens, but the dating advice, I feel my wife can attest. And Amy, actually, for my Netflix of watching reality dating shows. It's quite an obsession. It's a little bit. It's a little strange.
That's okay.
A little strange.
That's
but
at
it's
least
true.
Honest.
So I'm good there.
So
I'm a natural. I'm a connector. I'm a relationship guy. So I always... so I'd much rather do that than some basketball question you're going to ask me.
So really, we need a second hour. That's like a dating show. Where you kind of offer.
That. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we take some call. We need some live call.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Or advice for people.
Yeah, like a.
Yeah, sure.
Like with those old writings.
Like Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew, Dr. Phil, maybe.
Yeah, more like Dr. Drew.
Or Dr.
Carolla.
Adam Carolla.
Yeah, Dr. Drew. Yeah. What was that called? I've been great at that.
No, I think that's right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Love Connection, but Love Connection, they're connecting.
Woolery.
Chuck Woolery.
2 and 2.
That's great.
I've got a long history.
Yeah,
let's go. Yeah, it was.
That's fantastic.
Let's keep it moving.
That's fantastic.
I don't think anyone really wants to hear that. But I'm all in. What were the other things to ask about?
It was Sasquatch, aliens, dating advice.
That might have been it.
There was one more. Dating aliens. No, that was it. Yeah. Those are the.
Now I got to brush up on Sasquatch.
And Coach Leach always had a long diatribe about everything. He was the best. But Halloween Candy was a classic.
Yeah, it was good.
Mascots fighting. What would a cougar do against a golden bear? What is a golden bear? Why is a bear golden? Let's have that discussion. The full scene.
He was good.
All time.
No, he's great.
And he was a beauty.
I don't think I follow that act. That act's pretty hard to follow.
It's great. Ethan Schultz wants to know, hey, Coach.
Yeah.
Wanted to say great road trip to the Pacific Northwest, very dominant. Also, can you speak to Jalen Wells stepping up a level as a scorer on offense? And then should WSU hire Donald Watts as a shooting coach?
The funniest thing is my mom calls me yesterday and she says, "What coach has been working with Jalen?" And I was like,
"You are the coach."
I was kind of insulting.
Your son.
I was kind of insulting. I was like, "What do you mean? I'm the coach, Mom."
Hey, this guy's shooting well. Who could possibly have been working with him?
She's like, she was adamant. She's like, well, "Who's the coach?" I read something online because she loves Jalen because I guess apparently my mom's online. I'm not.
Yeah.
And she loves following Jalen's face. Like, no, Jalen worked out with one of your coaches before the game, then he made the shot. I said, actually, Mom, I think it's Isaiah's dad, Donald. They worked out with. I actually knew that, so she was, that's wonderful.
That's great.
Yeah, so
shout out to
my mom. Yeah.
She's tuned in.
Oh, yeah.
Look, if your mom knows Donald Watts as a shooting coach is working with Jalen, she's locked in.
Oh, she's locked in.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Truth be told, she doesn't hear well.
Okay.
So that the iPad is great. She just follows. She's on it. She's filling me in with all the gossip like my wife does. So that's why I stay offline. But those two keep me plugged in.
I love it. And that's what this show's for, too, obviously.
Amen.
For 1 hour a week.
Yep.
Fantastic. Brian wants to know, this is a great question. You're going to love this question.
Yeah. Let me hear it.
Brian wants to know, does Coach talk to the team about possibly making the tournament, or does he take the approach that baseball does when a pitcher has a no-hitter going?
The latter. Similar to, Brian... we just try to stay at the moment. It's biggest cliche of all time, but I've been getting hit with that question a lot this week. More personally, for my own, I said, did this be your first tournament? Are you worried? I'm like, I wasn't until you asked that question. I hadn't even thought about it. So it's and I'm sticking to this line. I said, look, I'm not going to define myself whether we make it or not, but I'm like, I would love to make it. It'd be great. And we put ourselves in a position where we can do something, but I know it evaporates when you lose one of these things, or that's just how the game goes. But it's nice, and you got to get in that arena. You got to get in that altitude where people are talking about you, and that's just part of the game. And until where they assume you're going to be there, and you're used to it. So, new Air Force, new altitude. We're trying to handle it.
Speaking of which, Henry _Wazoo. Hi, Coach Smith. With the 5-game winning streak going on and the Cougs gaining more national attention from the media, what kind of advice do you give to the team on how to handle success? Love you, Coach, and go Cougs. Oh, sorry, not Henry, but Henny.
Henny,
yep.
Like Henny. We just really try to stay in our routine, and that's the best thing to do. And it's hard. There's only 24 hours a day, and there are more media requests. There's more attention. People you hadn't heard from a long time reach out to you, and you don't want to be rude, but you got to stay in the same, that same groove we've been, and we stayed on schedule, and hopefully it pays off. But even sometimes this time of year, like even playing at home, you come and say, we're going to be home, we'll be okay. Don't fall into that trap. And there are more people, more ticker requests, more attention, even on campus and stuff like that. So the best you can to try to stay in routine, get sleep, all that stuff matters, and just remind them they'll be gone tomorrow if you stub your toe and that. And they're here, they're with you, win or win. That's how that works.
Right, win or win.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. T. Cholman wants to know, who's the best bench player cheerleader? Despite minimal playing time, Jabe Mullen seems to be the biggest supporter of those on the floor, and that has to help team chemistry.
No, Jabe is really vital to our success, period, because and it's no secret this guy played 22 minutes a game last year. He's kind of fallen out of the rotation, but his attitude, his camaraderie, his love for the team is sincere. You can't fake that. He's getting extra shots up every day, making himself ready when his number's called. And I even commented, we do our film review on yesterday, and Coach Shaw will go, everyone's defense is great, and he'll mention someone like talking about Ruben, and you see Jay going pat him on the back, good job. So he's engaged, and probably is. I don't watch the bench that much, but I do catch a glimpse of him, and when someone makes a three, he's the first one. He's got his little hand signal or guitar strum, whatever he's got.
Is he a guitar guy? Good air guitar guy.
I don't know. Is he?
I don't know.
That's usually that might be dated. That might be dated a few years. We had.
Are you saying he does the air guitar, but not well, or he may not do the air guitar?
I don't know what he does, but it seems like it's something that Jay might do. A little air guitar,
sure.
a little three spot or something. But
dated or not,
what? This is what they do now, right? What is this? Ice in the veins?
I think so.
Ice in the veins. I think they like to do that, or the three.
Sure.
That's. I'm getting old.
No, me too.
I don't even know. Yeah,
I don't know.
No.
Tyler Hopkins, he has some advice for you, more than a question.
Oh, jeez.
Here's what you need to do: take the Pac-12, keep winning, get ranked, and own the tournament. Just so there you go.
That's good.
Tyler's got some.
Done. I know if we win the tournament, they can't. We're in the tournament. They're in the big tournament. They can't take it away from us.
No, that locks it in. Isaiah Watts fan says 5 of the last 7 games are at home. How big of an impact does this have to finish the season? Thanks, Coach.
Well, it depends how we play. Obviously, it should be a good opportunity. I do think we've got a lot of tension. It would be nice to see a lot of butts in the seats Thursday night, and I don't want any excuse for Saturday afternoon for the students that are trying to slip out and go skiing or something. They need to stick around. I think it should be a pretty awesome environment. And I think hopefully it builds, and if we win, it'll build and build and build, and a great way to finish with UW in the last game and all that stuff. So know that it'll be hard. It's just that time of year, but it is a little. You definitely have the advantage playing at home. So we've done a great job on the road. We're 5-3, and we got Cal. They're one of our losses on the road. So hopefully we can turn the tables on them and get it done here.
Jennifer Delzer wants to know,
she's unbelievable.
She's locked in. She's great.
Unbelievable.
Yaki's 2 shots at the end of the OSU game were masterful in how he created space to get open 3-pointers at such a crucial point of the game. True.
Yeah.
What do you think are the key components of clutch end-of-game shooting?
Well, confidence, poise, concentration. She's obviously a Yaki fan if I've ever heard one.
She loves him.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
I'm a Yaki. Who's not a Yaki?
The last one, Oscar helped a lot. It was like turned down the first handoff. He spun around, and the guy went under, and Oscar gave him a good handoff. And Oscar's a big screen, natural big screen. And,
big boy.
Yeah, so I gave him space there. He knocked it down. And Andre's always never been one to shy away from those moments, but he's had a lot more. You can just tell he's just a much more confident guy. He's a throwback. He's a 4-year guy that's got to the senior year, and you can tell he makes senior plays. And that was a senior kind of play seniors make, and when you're having a good season.
From the jump this year, 21 in the opener.
Yeah, no, and he's had some, like, he wasn't great against Oregon, but he still helped us win in so many ways. He's just so consistent in his effort, his toughness, and he's been a great leader in the locker room and role model. So he's been just amazing. Yeah,
he's a really, really good guy. Played 29 minutes, a few rebounds. Right? He was great.
I actually yelled at him.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
it was a rarity.
That was rare. I was just like trying to get him motivated a little bit, but he wouldn't reverse the ball, and he kept driving baseline. I said, I just, whatever.
Flip it around. Yeah.
It's hard to stay mad at him.
Do you remember when you turned around and you said something to me? Do you remember?
Yeah, we were getting screwed on something.
Yeah, I couldn't say it on the air.
What was
and I won't say it again now, but I appreciated
what was the call? It was something. What was I? I remember.
It might have been. I don't think it was the double dribble in Gill. But it might have been.
No, it wasn't in Gill, was it?
Was it in Matthew Knight?
I thought it was. I can't remember.
Might have been Matthew Knight.
It could have
appreciated that, though.
It could have been the double dribble or the travel they called on Miles, which actually was the right call on the Miles travel, but it was close.
Yeah.
But after you blew the double dribble call, should you?
Yeah.
You can't call that. Like, hey, they got it. Let's go.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I felt bad because Coach Hunter, who may or may not be here, Coach Harden's here. Good to see. Great to see Coach Harden. Coach Hunter was asking me if it was a 2 or a 3 in that key moment in Gill. They reviewed it.
Yeah.
It's called a 3 on the court, but they actually reversed it. Said it was a 2. The screen, and I'm talking on the air, so I can't. I'm trying to do 2 at once.
Close.
The screen had a blur protector, so I couldn't see it. Like they didn't want me to see it.
Yeah.
So I was trying, but he thought I could.
Oh, so he was yelling at you?
I don't know if he was yelling at. He was excited.
Like, come on, Chaz.
Yeah, a little bit of that. And I felt bad because I was like, hey, I'm not trying to be obstinate. I really can't see it. He's like, what do you mean you can't see it? Like, you're right there. You're right there. But it was blurred, and I was trying to convey all that. And then Eggs realized what was going on.
Yeah.
And he's trying to help his buddy out. And then Wayne got confused. He's like, why? Wait, are you like? Why can't you see? It's the whole thing.
Well,
so
I
need to tell him. I know. I was going to apologize, but
You weren't apologizing. You had nothing to apologize. You couldn't see.
I couldn't see.
It's all right. It gets heated over there sometimes.
Good. Yeah, it does. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
What do you say we do some trivia next?
Let's go.
All right, let's do it. Earn your bragging rights at Northern Quest. More slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anyone else in the region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com. We'll take a break, come back here live, talking ball with Coach Smith at Zeppo's, getting set for the Bay Area schools.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Hey, Coug fans! Can't decide what to do with your late-night weekends? Why not Cosmic Bowling? Every Friday and Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Cosmic Bowling at Zeppo's. At a price designed with everyone in mind, we are your destination for music, disco lights, and, of course, bowling. Can't join us on the weekends? Zeppo's is the place to be for all ages every day of the week. With bowling, food, and drink specials, we offer prices that won't break the budget. You can even reserve your lane in advance with online reservations at Zeppos.com. When looking for fun in Pullman, look no further than Zeppo's.
This is the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Do you ever pay attention to overhead power lines? If you're like most people, you don't, but you should, especially when you're working up on a roof or carrying a ladder outdoors. Kids who climb trees and fly kites and adults with drones need to watch out for power lines too. And on the off chance that you find a downed power line, stay at least 10 feet away and quickly call 911 and Avista. Always pay attention to power lines. It's your best line of defense. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
The Clearwater River Casino and Lodge proudly supports Washington State University Athletics, the premier venue for events and entertainment, located 4 miles east of Lewiston, Idaho. Come hit the jackpot with us, with over 600 gaming machines, saltwater pool, restaurant, and giant screens in the Stadium Sports Bar. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe, our hospitality is legendary. Stay, play, and get away with the Clearwater River Casino. Go Cougs!
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Floats up to three, got it. Drives in, dunks it down, an exclamation point.
With Coach Smith, here's Matt Chazanow.
Back here live at Zeppo's, we're talking ball with Coach Smith, getting set for the Bay Area return trip. So it's Cal Thursday, 7 o'clock, ladies' night.
Yes.
Flowers on the table for that, excited for that. Stanford, Saturday, 3 p.m. tip. That's the story there.
Oh, it's 3. I was thinking it was 2. That's great.
I've got it here as a...
Probably right. You're probably right.
I got it as a 3 p.m.er, Stanford. By the way, tip time, looking way ahead, just announced in Tempe.
Wow.
By the way, 5 p.m.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was obviously a...
Saturday, would they change it?
It was TBA all year.
Oh, really?
And TV must have announced it for one reason or another. So 6 o'clock Arizona time, but that's not 5 o'clock Pacific time at ASU. And I announced that because of those, if you had been looking ahead, that was TBA.
Yeah.
That was TBA till this week.
Plan your Saturday night around that one.
For real. I mean, it's a big ball game.
They all are. Let's go.
Cougs at ASU. I personally, it is my personal hope that you break the defensive record set from a couple of years ago.
Oh, my goodness. The 29er?
My favorite game. I love that game. That was the strangest.
Was that number 200? I think it was my 200th win.
Was that your 200th win? That's
so.
beautiful. What a beautiful way to get it. Just bizarre. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
Honestly, how many games have you been a part of where it's 64-58? It's great. And look, a win is a win, and that's great. You know what hasn't been done? Holding a Pac team sub 30.
Yeah, 51-29.
We're beach baskets, baby.
People complaining about it. So we won by 22.
You won by 22 on the road.
On the road.
And scored in the 50s.
Yeah. And they're like, well, what's wrong?
It's ugly.
Nothing.
Nothing
was wrong. It was great. Those two teams, honestly, they played so hard, both teams.
Yes.
It was wild.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a great ball game. We need to do trivia is what we need to do.
Let's do it.
I promised that. And, Luke, fire up the music if you don't mind. Here we go. It's my favorite part of the show. I don't know. It may be your least favorite part of the show.
No. It used to be my favorite part, and then you started. I got him apologizing for questions now.
I felt
it's embarrassing.
I'm glad you brought that up. I felt bad for the way I worded the geography question. It wasn't good. It was
a bad answer.
It was on me. No, it was bad. All right, here we go.
All right, let's go again.
Question number 1. Cougs just beat UW, OSU, and Oregon consecutively on the road.
Yep.
When is the last time that happened?
84.
94. 30 years ago.
That's a long time.
Hasn't happened. Part of it, it's not always scheduled that way. Another part of it is really hard to do.
Oh, I thought you actually had to have those 3 consecutive in a row?
No, in a row, like back-to-back games.
Wow.
Like you beat the Pacific Northwest rivals back-to-back in a row.
That's pretty good.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's really, really hard to do. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Question number 2. Gettable answer, so you know. Which freshman leads the pack in Freshman of the Week League Awards?
Miles. I'm going to get that one. I needed a little confidence booster.
That is correct, yeah.
There's nothing. I couldn't even get funny about that one. That one's just a win.
You know what? It's too good not to highlight.
No, it's great.
It's special.
It is.
Listen, he's a cancer survivor for last year. It's incredible. Yeah, he's an inspiration.
Yeah, no, it's just it's been awesome.
It's incredible.
Just going to keep enjoying every second.
It's awesome. He comes over and he hugs you while you're on the air.
Yeah.
After handshakes, he hugged me after one of the ball games and Elo. He's
a lover, man. He's got a big charisma. He enjoys himself out there, and that's huge, man. That's why these guys, when they first got and started playing basketball, is the love of the game, and he's got a great passion for life, for basketball, for his teammates. It's fun.
I love it. All right, Luke, cue the music, please. The Kansas City Chiefs just won the Super Bowl. There were 7 fumbles recovered in the game in total. Which Coug dove on a live ball on the punt return?
My wife knows. She's a DB.
Correct. She's mouthing you the answer.
Oh, I don't give me the answer. I knew this. What do you got? Jalen Watson.
Correct.
She didn't say it right
with full credit given to Katie Smith. Full credit given to Katie Smith.
She got really mad at me.
He was great. He was great when he got here. When he got here, first practice I show up, and I'm looking at her. I was trying to figure who's new.
Yeah.
Have guys switched positions? That happens. Have guys changed numbers? That happens. Big football. That happens in basketball too.
Sure.
But you can't see them. It's big. And I mid-practice, I called Brink. And I go,
this guy's good.
I go, I don't know who Champ Bailey is, but we got a guy. He's great. He was great.
You can tell he stood out.
He's huge. He's really, really
those
big.
guys.
He's great.
When you see a pro in any of these sports, it's oftentimes
that guy.
Yeah, they're like, whoa, who's that guy?
It was like an off the bus thing that was as good as advertised. He was great. And
it's kind of like when Muhammad showed up. You're like, everyone's like, whoa.
That is a pro basketball player. Yeah, Muhammad Gay.
Looks like a pro, moves like a pro.
Yeah.
Probably a pro.
Probably a pro. It's great. All right, question number 4. Luke, please. There we go, buddy. According to Nielsen,
ratings?
Yep. 29 of the 30 most watched TV broadcasts have been Super Bowls. Which TV show's finale is the one non-Super Bowl broadcast on that list?
I'm going to say MASH.
That is correct. Yeah. Bring it up.
I got it going.
That is correct. MASH.
That's amazing. But you forget how many people watch TV back then. There was like 3 stations.
Isn't that crazy?
For one show.
Right.
Like, do you know what the Dukes of Hazzard Nielsen
rating
must
have been awesome.
It's like 26 million people on a Friday night tuned in.
Episode.
Yeah, just watching the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, pulling like college football national title numbers.
Better.
Yeah.
No, it's ridiculous. It's just
it is
a different world.
Interesting nugget in that of all of those broadcasts, none of them have been more watched than the moon landing.
Really?
Which drew they're not sure it was between 125 or 150 million viewers.
Amazing.
But it's not regarded as it's not a TV show.
That is insane.
Isn't that crazy?
Because there weren't that many people.
Apollo 11 moon landing.
Right around shortly after my birth, I believe.
How about that?
Yeah.
It's awesome. So, MASH.
I might have been tuned in.
Maybe,
probably about 2 weeks.
Probably. I mean, by percentage, just by all the viewers, you probably were. It's pretty wild.
I'll ask my mom.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. So MASH had 105 million viewers.
Wow.
Yep. It was a 2.5-hour finale. It's before my.
Oh my God! I remember it. I think it was 7th grade for me or something like that. But I can't believe there's that many people watching.
105 million. It was the 11th most. So the Super Bowls have that list of 30. Yeah. It's 11. It's 11. Yeah.
This the most recent one was the biggest one, right?
The most recent Super Bowl. Yeah. Just
the Swifties came in there and put us over the top.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Good.
I think it also helped that they're adding in all the additional feeds and channels. Yeah, like Fowler called it for Australia on ESPN. Which I didn't know. I saw a highlight. I was like, what's Chris Fowler doing? And that's what.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So there's like a world feed, and then there's the Nickelodeon feed, and so there's all this. So I think, but even still, I mean, there's that. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's right. I might be wrong about lumping that in, but final question. Here we go.
Wow. All right. What am I? One miss, or I'm 100%? What am I?
Yeah, you're
I missed one.
You're 3 for 3, and Katie's 1 for 1. I think that's. I think. Did you? Yeah, I gave it to you. It's okay. You said 84,
94.
Yeah, decade here, decade there.
Yeah.
Multiple choice.
Yeah.
The board game Trivial Pursuit.
Yep.
Was created in what year? A. 1979. B. 1802. C. 2020.
Come on, man. 79.
79, correct. I mean, but here's the thing about that question. I was like trying to figure out the dates. 79, well done. I was like, you can't go like 78, 79, and 80.
No, we couldn't do that. But you should put 79, 89. 80.
So that was two. So we've crossed the threshold of hard.
I'm also old enough to remember when Trivial Pursuit came out. I was 10, but
was it a big deal when it first?
Oh, huge!
Really?
For my dorky
Yeah.
family, yes,
that's great.
So we were sitting around playing.
Have you played? Well, I guess you have.
I played?
No. I was going to ask you. No,
have you been on this show before?
No, I didn't finish. Have you played the original? First edition.
Yeah, of course.
It's really hard.
Is it?
Yes. Like I can't.
You sure?
Yes. There's obscure European.
Well, here's how sick the group I am that I play with. Like I said, I had 2 Jeopardy champs in this game.
Which is awesome. Yeah.
We have to get a new set every other year because they'll memorize the questions.
So good.
And also, we play the same board play. If we go to like the 3rd year playing it, we'll just have to pass on that question.
Yeah.
And then there's some that come up and we'll ask it anyway because they missed it 2 years ago.
I love it.
No, it's sick. It's sick.
It's great.
It's like, do you know what a Bronson is?
I know Charles Bronson.
No.
But I don't know a Bronson.
Is it a beer or a mustache? I'm not sure. I think it's a beer. It's like a slang for a beer.
Charles Bronson had a mustache.
I know, but it's actually a beer. So it's a question comes up. I'll have to research it again. Yeah. I'll never get it right.
Is that a Trivial Pursuit?
That was a question, and it's come up every year, and I've missed it twice or something.
I love it. That's fantastic.
And then we had a 2-hour
debate.
Often. I could go on. We play no time limit, and you can talk it out forever. So I'm just going to let you know on that. Just think of that. It's brutal. The one team loves to talk it out. So I'll just leave it at that. It sounds like an all-nighter. It's brutal. It's brutal. My wife thinks we're out there having fun. I'm like, no, we're playing.
Grinding.
We're grinding these trivial pursuits.
It's not fun. It's an obligation.
Fun. It's an obligation. It's been 26 years of playing the same game.
That's great.
It's brutal.
Washington State University would like to thank Crimson and Gray for their continued support of Cougar Athletics. Head to bookstore.com to get the latest in Cougar apparel. That's BKSTR.com. We'll take a break, come back live here, talking ball with Coach Smith at Zeppos as we get set for the Bay Area schools coming back here to Beasley.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On Pac-12 Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/Pac-12 Sports.
Back after this local timeout on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
With the WSU debit card from Giza, it's hard to tell who's supporting who. When the Coug fans use their WSU card, they show off their Coug pride, and donations are made back to Cougar Athletics. But the card supports the Coug fan with big savings by helping them earn 7% APY with Smart Plus checking. So does the card support the Coug fan, or does the Coug fan support the card? It doesn't matter. All that matters is that the WSU card supports Cougar Athletics and your wallet at the same time. Get your WSU card at Giza.com. Checking account transaction requirements, terms and conditions apply. Checking account annual percent yields range from 0.01 to 7% depending on balance. Minimum balance to obtain APY ranges from $0 to $5,000.
Hampton Inn Pullman is just a short drive from the WSU campus. Centrally located to restaurants and shopping, they've got you covered for all your lodging needs. With their spacious rooms, famous Hampton waffles, a cozy outdoor patio, a gift shop for all your Cougar gear needs, and the friendliest staff in town to make you feel right at home. Visit HamptonByHilton.com to reserve a room for your next trip to the Palouse. Coug owned and Coug managed. It matters where you stay. Hampton Inn Pullman, Hilton for the stay.
Have a question for Coach Smith? Send a tweet with your thoughts to Matt Chazanow using the handle @M_Chaz. That's M_CHAZ. Now, back to Zeppos.
Talking ball here live at Zeppos with Coach Smith, getting set for Cal and Stanford. Cal, 7 p.m. tip Thursday, and Stanford a 3 p.m. tip on Saturday. We've really not talked a ton this show about Isaac Jones.
I know.
And I feel like even when he doesn't put up monster numbers, it's at a point now where he's such a focal point of the scout that he's drawing a double and he's having to dish it out, and he really is creating by just existing at this point because he's so good.
You know, I actually feel bad because I don't talk about him enough because that is, even if it was it Oregon State? No, I don't remember. The one game might have been UW. UW, they're doubling him every time. And he didn't get any assists in the game, but he got rid of the ball, got it out of the double teamer time. And I was like, you know what, we had a chance to win the game because Isaac was unbelievably unselfish. And he made some baskets too, but it's like he just played the right way. And that goes, because he's the first guy in everyone's scout. Like, hey, how are we going to guard this guy? And he's seeing a double team all third night. And that's allowed people like Jalen to get better looks and Miles. And Miles has been getting a lot of attention, deservedly so, for how he's playing, how we're playing. But it all goes together. And Isaac is the first, I guarantee he's the first guy they talk about in scout. And then probably Miles. And then the rest.
How hard is it to pass out of those doubles?
He's a good passer. So he's actually better on one block versus the other because he's a little right-hand dominant. And as he So coming over his left shoulder, he's a better passer. He's got a good hand, But the other block, he's working on that too. Actually, put in about 25 minutes after practice, just breaking down, playing over his right shoulder and stuff. Which is what, as you move up, and he'll be able to do that. He was really hesitant and uncomfortable going to his right shoulder early in the season. Just he's used to. But that's like that. It showed up Utah game the first time. I said, "Hey, yeah, this is why you got to be able to go over both shoulders."
Got it.
Brandon Carlson, Lawson Lovering, these guys are big. So he's just getting better. And like I said, I wish I had him for another year, but I don't. But he's just going to keep getting better. He's just good at basketball.
He's a throwback. Months ago, when we realized, like, oh, he's really, really good. Eggs and I came up. I don't want to take too much credit for it. Wayman Tisdale was the comp.
It's not bad.
I think that still fits.
I think it is. He's about the same size, and Wayman Tisdale, just a lefty. He was a bucket. Same deal. Like, he'd catch it and just quickly turn over his right shoulder, make a basket, and just they both have very great knack for just getting the ball in the basket. And I'll tell you another guy's like, he's definitely. But Anton Jameson was a little bit that way. Like, just the ball, he'd catch it and just it's in the hoop.
Yeah.
And he was odd
Jameson
size.
was a really unique, creative way to score like 10 feet away from the rim.
10-foot jump hooks all the time. And I was just watching film the Cal last game. I was like, kind of had a bad possession, and like Miles hit Isaac about 12 feet out, and he went like this and shot a jump hook and went in. I was like, well, that's not coaching. That's just talent.
It's just what it is.
He can make a basket. And I was going to say, somewhere in that combination of those guys, the ball hits their hands and it's in the basket. It's on the rim real quick and soft.
Yeah.
And just the rim kind of just sucks him in.
Gosh, Antoine Jameson was good.
No, he's a basket.
And a pro forever.
Yeah, he scored a bajillion points.
Forever. Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment, made to chill. Proud partner of Cougar Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. We need to get a break in. We'll do it here live here at Zeppo's Talking Ball with Coach Smith getting set for Cal and Stanford.
Fubo is the official streaming platform of Washington State Athletics. With Fubo, you can watch every Pac-12 game, plus more college and pro sports, shows, movies, and news on over 350 live TV channels. Stream it live on your TV, phone, and other devices. No cable required. The best part? You can try Fubo free. There's no contract or commitment. To start watching, just go to FuboTV.com. That's FuboTV.com.
A lot goes into Washington State athletes reaching peak performance for game day, including the right nutrition. At Wilbur Ellis, we know that healthy crop performance requires the same attention to nutrition as an athlete. That's why we use benchmark data points to maximize crop productivity through nutrient efficiency. For 100 years, family-owned Wilbur Ellis has been partnering with Washington's farmers to grow healthier crops. That is the winning ag experience for Cougar Nation, locally provided by Wilbur Ellis.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
This Cougar football tailgating moment is brought to you by Canoe Ridge Vineyards, proud partner of Washington State University Athletics. Smart Cougar tailgaters know to pair award-winning Canoe Ridge wines with a crowd-pleasing pregame meal. Your mealtime roster will score big points with Canoe Ridge wines backing it up. Canoe Ridge Vineyards, representing the best of award-winning Washington wines with more than 85 critical scores of 90-plus points. Visit them at their Walla Walla tasting room or at canoeridgevineyard.com. Go Cougs!
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step.
They have fun now.
Back here live at Zeppo's Talking Ball with Coach Smith. Getting set for Cal and Stanford. It's brought to you by McDonald's. Order ahead in the McDonald's app to save time and score 20 chicken McNuggets and 2 medium fries for only $10.99 every Coug game day. It'll be a little bit of a short segment, then we'll put a bow on it next. We talked about Isaac. We've talked a decent bit about Jalen as a scorer.
Yep.
You know what we really haven't talked about is Oscar. a ton.
The big Clough.
The big Oscar who got
Clough the Magic Dragon, as he's referred.
Is that right?
In my friend group here, they call him Clough the Magic Dragon.
Good.
More Clough as I get.
Well, he's a really good ball player.
Yeah, he's fun.
He's a great personality. He and Ruben split those center minutes.
Yeah.
Different kinds of players.
Yep.
But Oscar was really interesting in Eugene. He was getting caught and did pretty well switching.
He's good there too. We got a weird team, and that's I credit Coach Shaw for kind of figuring out that we had to play more zone, and what we are is our perimeter defenders aren't. First of all, we have two big wings that we play, and Miles being the only really like guard that can maybe keep some from, but he's not great there yet, and it's like he's good in the ball screen defense, but like when we switch, we don't get hurt much. And Miles does a good job. Neither one guy to get hurt on a little switch on a big, but even he does a decent job fronting and keeping it out there. And then our bigs, Oscar even, which really surprising, and Ruben and Isaac are all good at keeping guards in front. And that's been a big part of our success, is being able to. It's okay if we get those kind of matchups, and then we're big around the rim, and then it's usually hard to score over us. So hopefully we got to keep getting better there.
Yeah, I saw a Shellstad. I think it was Clough guarding Shellstad.
Yeah.
My first thought was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, it didn't go great. It wasn't like he stole it, but it was fine. It was like, okay.
But we've seen a little more than you. We're like, great.
Yeah.
I don't want to expose any of our other perimeter defenders. We're like, we're fine.
Let him wear it.
We're fine. We're fine. Isaac, put a hand up. You're pretty good. You're big. Make them shoot. Yeah. But it's funny that it seems like we've had good success because of that.
I'm not sure that I've seen a better block than what Ruben had earlier this year.
The dunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. You know who had a good one Saturday that you weren't paying attention, obviously? Were you at the game?
I think so. I vaguely recall it, at least a little bit.
Isaac.
Chased down. Yeah, he swatted it. He swatted
like twice and then knocked it out of bounds. He hit it off the board. He could have kept that, but he timed that one up pretty good.
Yeah,
it was. He was out in front of him. He just. Poof.
Is that the flip side to the Bill Russell keep the ball thing? Like if you swat the ball in 10 rows deep, it's a big momentum flipper. Or would you rather just keep the ball?
Keep the ball.
Just palm
come on.
I'm just asking.
Whatever, come on.
I was at the game.
Transition. You don't remember this play?
No,
the ball went out of bounds, but he actually hit it. He hit it. It bounced it to himself, and he just kind of fumbled out of bounds. Yeah. He had a chance, I
thought actually caromed off the backboard, like
something like that. I was like, but he had a chance. Not his fault. He made a great play. It's just if he would have came up with that, it would have been a really good play.
Is he more athletic? Like he's obviously a great athlete, but he's almost more athletic than you would expect. When for some reason, like he gets so high.
Well, you know what? He's really long.
Yeah,
he's got really long arms, so it's easy. And then he's got really good hand-eye.
Yeah.
So like his timing on his blocks and stuff like that, he can go up there, really get up there, and good timing where he gets those things. So, and then Ruben's good there too, and Oscar's a good shot blocker, and Kamani's a good shot blocker.
One of the best shot blocking teams in America.
Yep.
It's really impressive. All right, final segment coming up next. We'll take a break, put a bow on it. Cougs got Cal and Stanford coming in here to Beasley on Thursday and Saturday.
You know the old saying, another day, another dollar? Well, at Northern Quest, we're going with another day, another $60,000. It's our Lucky Leap Day giveaway. One extra day in February could be your ticket to all kinds of extra cash prizes, up to $30,000. Just play daily in February to enter and be here for the grand prize drawing on February 29th. The Lucky Leap Day giveaway. Details at northernquest.com.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
Hey everybody, this is Klay Thompson, and you're listening to Washington State Basketball.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do, do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
Welcome back to the show. Time now to look ahead at this week's game with the Coors Light Opponent Preview. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill.
Back here live at Zeppo's, we're talking ball. We've got ourselves the Bay Area schools coming in. So it's Ladies Night Cal Thursday and then Stanford on Saturday, 7 p.m. Thursday, 3 p.m. Saturday. I like the Thursday-Saturday symmetry, the consistency of that. I guess whatever it is, consistency feels like the bullseye, but Thursday, Saturday feels like historic.
Yeah, it's you kind of get in your week, when we play Wednesday, we had a Wednesday game. Just changes up everything a little bit. Then we have a little routine what we do on Mondays, and then Tuesdays, full practice like today, and then tomorrow will be a good chunk, and then we just kind of hopefully be ready to roll on Thursday.
5 of 7 home. One of the questions was about how much of an advantage or how good that is. Part of that's obvious. Part of it also is you just ripped through 3 straight road games, 3 straight wins. So you kind of got it back already beforehand. It's a fantastic stretch of the year. It really is.
I was going into that. We had 5 out of 7 on the road.
It's hard.
And it's like, that's why I looked at it. That's the negative me. I was like, we're still in a stretch of 5 out of 7 on the road, Chaz.
And you won them.
We won 3. We got 4 more. You're like, you're trying. No, but.
Oh, I love looking ahead.
No.
It's my specialty.
I know.
It's what I do for a living.
It's
fantastic.
toxic.
You're welcome. You are
toxic.
welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, Coach.
All right,
thank you very much. Jared Cougar, man behind the camera. Jerry Kylo gets us on the air. Luke Howlett back in the studios. Assistant coach Derek Roble live here in attendance. We got ourselves Cal come. Bill Stevens in attendance. We got everybody here in attendance live at Zeppo's. We got Cal coming in Thursday. Stanford on Saturday. Go Cougs.
Fubo is the official streaming platform of Washington